the Minnesota Wild podcast, presented by Acrisure.
They were younger, for sure.
How are you guys?
John, I'm just so curious how you've seen Vladdy just integrate himself. I mean, a week into the season, does he look like he fits, or do you think you can still see him trying to get up to speed in the sense like he doesn't have to think when he's on the ice; it's becoming more instinctual?
I think he's fitting really well in with the team, and I think that he knows how we want to play. He's such a smart player, and he's been around. I think that, things are becoming a little bit more automatic for him in certain areas of how we want to play. So I think it's good. We're going to sit down and show him some clips and try to help him. But I think he's coming along well. Do
you think he kind of mirrors the team? Like the chances are there, and it's one just has to maybe drop, or just?
I think he could. Yeah, a little bit. I think there's, when Vladdy's really, it's us trying to help him and show him areas maybe where he could use his shot a little bit more. If he's getting 3-4 shots a night, I think then, that's when he's at his best and when I think he's going to be a real scoring threat.
And he was with Johansson and Eriksson Ek.
Yes.
What do you like about just the dynamic that line could?
Well, I think with Johansson on the line, it adds a different dimension. JoJo's kind of a puck transporter, meaning like he can skate it through the neutral zone, and he's got good speed. I think he has the ability to make plays as well, and obviously with Eki plays his game, and then I think the combination with them and Vladdy has been really good.
What have you thought of Gustafsson so far? It's obviously pretty early this season, but just to get him in his role.
I think Gus has done well. He had a great first game for us, and I think he's come back in good shape, and his mindset is good. His practice habits have been good, so I think he's obviously he got the contract done. It just seems like he's settled in and ready to help us win on any given night.
What have you seen his evolution since you've taken over? Obviously, he's kind of grown into that number one role and taking it by himself. Obviously, you have other goalies.
I certainly have seen a little bit. I've been with him for basically a little over a year and a half, and just his mindset. I think for a starting goalie, there's a certain amount of, I think, swagger that you need to have and confidence in the way that you play, in the way that you practice, in his demeanor, and how hard he competes in the games to get the team to, play really hard in front of you. And I think he's done that. I've seen a good progression of that, and that's where I think why he is where he is today.
Has it surprised you, John, just how quickly Zeeb's fit into that power play role?
Well, it's it's one of his skill sets. I think that he's probably some of the playoff experience last year helped him, and then I think coming in, even in preseason, I think he was trying to do some things. Now I think he starts to realize how quick your decision making needs to be, and there's fine-tuned things of habits and details at this level that he's learning, and he's learning quick. Now, when you combine that with his natural ability to run a power play and his offensive instincts, that's why I think it's progressing.
I'm sure you've been asked about this a lot, but just your 5-on-5 production. Some of it might be game effects, but just what have you thought? Does that come, like you had the first game obviously went well, but there's been more power play the last few games?
Yeah, obviously, I think things get magnified in the beginning of the season, right? No matter what it is. I think when you look at our game and the style of team that we have and the type of team that we have, I feel like we're getting them. There's things we can certainly improve upon, but I think we've had good puck pressure. We've had some good looks. At this point, I think if we don't focus on the end result of that and what is our process, and here's the good parts of it, here's where we can be a little bit better, I think it'll come.
You have to be happy with how the power play's been doing.
Yeah, it's nice, and it's like it could flip the other way. Maybe we're scoring 5-on-5 and our power play's not good. I just feel like in the beginning of the year when we haven't scored a lot 5-on-5, sometimes it gets magnified. Even if you lose a few games or your power play, whatever isn't clicking in the beginning of the year, I think it gets overemphasized. But we'll just focus on our process, and I think we should be good.
Have you had a power play click like this before in your tenure anywhere, John? Just where it's like
it's been going.
It is super focused right now. It's a small sample size, but just especially for this organization to have it blitzing the way it is.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, that's what I've had some some power plays, like in Nashville. A lot of times power plays, they can get streaky too. I think over the course of the season, if you're up around 25%, I would say over the course of that, now you're saying the power plays a major difference, and I think there's a bigger sample size than what it is. But right now, they're having success because they're shooting the pucks, they're recovering pucks, they're playing the game fast, and they're doing what they need to do to be successful. Now we got to continue that.
How do you just look at the rest of this trip and just how telling of a week this can be, just with who you're playing, but the busyness of it as well?
Mm-hmm. It's nice that you can get on the road early. I think that it's you spend a lot of time together, you practice, like the team comes together. So we're excited. We'll take it one game at a time. I thought today we took some good lessons out of the Dallas game and rest up now, and then we got a big game tomorrow against Washington, and I think we'll just take it day by day, game by game, and see if we can continue to build our game and get wins along the way.
Did Mats or Nico come to just do their training, do their rehab here?
No, neither one of them are here. They're at home, yeah.
And Nico, he did have back surgery?
He did, yes. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
The best place to go for all your Minnesota Wild audio needs is the official Minnesota Wild podcast presented by Acrisure. Everything Minnesota Wild related, including highlights, press conferences, players, coaches, general managers, and more. It's available on the official Minnesota Wild podcast presented by Acrisure. It's all just a click away at wild.com/podcast.